People ask me, what was it like living through Hurricane Maria and what helped me get through it? Well, let me start at the beginning. This was not our first hurricane. So like before, we made sure our house was safe. And after the hurricane finally came, it brought lots of wind and rain. I would play guitar to help me pass the time. I would read and I would sleep. When the hurricane finally ended, we all came out to see the damage. And as I saw the wreckage, it made me think of my friends and family. I wanted to call them, but that's when I realized I had no phone service. And that's when I knew things were really, really bad. My nights would consist of me listening to my old iPod, trying to sleep with a power generator in the back, making sure we had enough gasoline to keep food and medicine fresh. Waking up really early in the morning, I would go to the gas station to wait 8 or 9 hours for only $15 of gas. While in line, I would play music to keep myself and my friends entertained. For food, I would eat Chef Boyardee straight out of the can and help clear out some trees from other people's houses. I met some great people during those times. At night, I would hang out with friends. We sang and we drank warm beer together. These were some of my favorite moments during the crisis. This was Puerto Rico before the hurricane. And this was Puerto Rico after it passed. I'm not gonna lie, it felt hopeless, dark, and bleak, with almost no food, no water, and no information. But that's when I remembered what Mr. Rogers once said.
You know, my mother used to say a long time ago, whenever there would be any really catastrophe that was in the movies or on the air, she would say, always look for the helpers. There will always be helpers.
So I started looking. I looked for those that kept us informed.
CBS News correspondent David Begnaud did extensive reporting on the island for 2 weeks before the storm hit, as it barreled over the island, and of course the aftermath.
The point is not, yay, look what we were able to do.
Yeah.
It's, yay, that's what journalism should be doing.
Right.
That's what we should be doing.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's enough to say, here's what's happening. You got to go ask the people who can change it.
Right.
What are they going to do to change it?
I looked for those that kept us fed.
So just 4 days after Maria hit Puerto Rico, Andres was on the ground, and his team was cooking within hours. He enlisted the help of local restaurants, grocers, and bakers, mobilizing a network of kitchens on the island that ultimately fed hundreds of thousands, making nearly 4 million meals.
When disaster strikes, people need to be eating today, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month. We only need to make sure that organizations like ours, that we will be there, making sure that things are getting better, quicker and faster rather than later. That's the least we can do for people.
And I kept looking and looking and looking.
Anybody who is coming into a place where there's a tragedy, to be sure that they include that. Because if you look for the helpers, you'll know that there's hope.